everyone, welcome back to Komodo Tai Tarot. Today I have before me 3 crystals for you to choose from. What we are going to do is pick a card for the monthly pick a card reading that I this is like my first time starting this pick a card monthly reading, because if you've checked out my previous readings, it's mostly about the weekly collective readings, but as of late I've been feeling a little bit drained, and it felt a little bit too much, and it was taking too much toll on my body, that I figured I'd find different ways to do the reading that doesn't require me overexpending my energies. So I figured I'd try and do this. Instead of doing a weekly one, I'll do a monthly one. And so since August, for those of you who are returning subscribers and viewers, August, I've already done the first week for August, except for the second week, because I wasn't feeling up to it and I was feeling like really drained. So I skipped that. So today is the day of the Lionsgate activation, and I figured I'd try this new stuff here on the fly, right? It's going to be a monthly, considered to be a monthly, just not like the full month. But what I'm going to do is more like continuing from where I left off, or like continuing from the 3rd week of August, which, let me check my calendar, which is August 15th through the 21st, and then all the way through to September 4th, because it'll have that. And then as we get along, and then you select your pile, you will see like the layout of how I will have it, because if I were to explain it now, it's kind of wordy and I don't want to get the messages lost or whatever. But yeah, so what I have here for my Aries, so this pile, pick a card, is for Aries, and I will do a pick a card monthly reading for each zodiac sign. So this one is for Aries. How many times will I have to repeat myself that this is for Aries? Sorry about that, you guys. So I just have the crystals for here for you to choose from. And then the deck that I will be using the same deck for each of the piles that I read, and but each time that I select a pile or do a pile, I will cleanse and shuffle and cleanse the oracle cards and the tarot cards here, these 2 that I will be using intermittently in between readings, okay, because I used to switch out different tarot cards and oracle decks, for each reading that I did in the past, but I just want to take things slow and simplify things for myself a little bit here. So we'll just do this in the meantime. And I also have the Osho deck as well that I will be using towards the end, but you'll see how all of that will come together once we get into the piles, okay? So yes, with that being said, the amethyst citrine will be pile 1. The black kyanite will be pile 2. And the leopard jasper would be pile 3. All right, pause the video if you need to. And I will be sure to leave timestamps down below so that you can skip onward to the selected pile. All right, okay, well, I'll see you there. Hello, for those of you who have selected pile 1, my Aries, okay, you have selected the heat-treated amethyst here. Welcome, this is your pile. I know this is like, I'm just trying out different things, different techniques, different layouts here. So now that I have switched from the weekly collective reading to the monthly collective, to the monthly pick a card reading, what I have here, the way this is going to be is You see here 4 piles, and each pile depicts different sectors, different aspects of your life here. This one is the career and finance. This one is about love. This one is about health, and this one is about your spiritual journey for the month, okay, to see where you're at. All right, so let me push this up all the way up here so that we can make room for all the cards when I lay them all out. So let's start with this first career and finance, first pile here. Let's see, you have the energy is gaining momentum in waxing moon. So this something that you're working on here, or it could just be your job, your work, your career, some, you know, for some of you who are a student or is going back to school to earn that degree or course, to switch to different fields of work. The energy, things are going to pick up, things are going to go fast. Seeing how today is the Lionsgate activation day, aligning with the new moon in Leo as well. So yeah, this is the theme for the career and finance of the month of August here. And I see 3 birds. How, and the silhouette of birds here, if you can see right here, there's 2 right here, and 1 is all the way up there ahead of everyone else. I feel that that's going to be you, your energy, okay? You're going to have like this propelling of energy that's going to push you forward, that's going to move you forward in the direction that you need to go when it comes to your career and your finances. So we have the 7 of Wands here. With the 7 of Wands, it gives me the energy of, again, someone that's fighting for what they want, someone fighting for achieving their goals, doing whatever it takes to get to their goals in life, in their career, or whatever it may be. But in this instance, because it's in the column of the career and finance, it's for this month, you will be exhibiting energy of like this fighter energy, of like this new fresh energy, like, okay, come on, let's do it, let's get it. I feel like as of late you've been very stagnant in your energy, like very sluggish, very slow, and it could be very well much due to the Lionsgate portal that's opening, and also the new moon as well. If you're anything like me, you know, the effects of the moon phases influences my mood dramatically, like a lot, okay? Causes this feeling of sluggishness, a draining of my energy. Like all of a sudden I'm like, what is going on here? I haven't done anything for the entire day, or not anything much at all, you know, something like fairly light, or not anything that's unusual from the norm. And then I'm just, or I could just be lounging and thinking that I need to take a rest, and I could just be sitting and I would still be feeling tired, that type of energy. So I feel like you guys have been experiencing that energy, but with this, this reading is for starting August 15th and all throughout September 4th, okay? Because I already did the first week of August, the collective reading, and the second week, I believe I've explained that in the intro with me not, you know, feeling up to doing any reading, so I kind of took that entire week off, and didn't really have anything. So yeah, that's the energy that I'm getting for you right here. And I've just noticed this too, this line here, right here, it's like a line that kind of accentuates and emphasizes the beating of the heart, like really quick and fast, you know, that adrenaline type of effect going on there, where you're going to have towards your career sector. And then also when it comes to your finance as well, you're going to be very proactive about it. And here we have the Devil. And with this Devil here, Spirit is calling for you to be careful, not to be too obsessed about going for that goal, not to be too obsessed. I mean, it's nice to have passion and to have the energies to go for what you want, but be careful not to be too obsessive and to take it not lightly, but not too serious, okay? Because with the Devil card here, it's speaking of addiction, of obsession, something that you can cause an imbalance in your life. So you need to be careful about that energy when it comes to your career and work and things of that nature. You have to put a like a tracker on it, so to speak, and just kind of monitor yourself, pace yourself. Don't become a workaholic, okay? That's what pops into mind, is don't become too much of a workaholic. Leave time for your loved ones and have balance in your life, okay? Yeah, in order for this energy to manifest itself, for this whatever goals or achievements that you have planned with regards to your career, or your way of making income, okay, and sustaining yourself. Make sure to not be obsessed about that. And some of you, I also feel like perhaps maybe when it comes to your finance, it might not be that great, and so you're kind of like penny pinching. I kind of see the Four of Pentacles here with hanging on too tightly to your money, and things. And so Spirit is calling for you to kind of like loosen up, okay, a little bit. Just loosen up, relax, do whatever it is that you need to do in order to get yourself back on track and balance. The key word here when it comes to your work and finance is balance. You need to have balance, especially with the Devil card here, because it's very easy for you to fall into that trap of being consumed by work and being consumed with the idea of work, if that makes sense. I hope I make sense. And so yeah, like, and we have the Nine of Wands at the end here. You don't want to run yourself ragged by the end of August here. So make sure, you know, I mean, there's going to be a lot of energy coming through and you're going to want to do a lot of stuff. But the message here from Spirit is to take things light, or take things step by step. Pace yourself. Don't allow for yourself to fall into that workaholic mode, okay, where you're just, all it is about work, and you neglect your families and you're neglecting other aspects of your life. Because if you allow for yourself to get into that cycle by the end of the month, okay, so this third row is representative of the week, the August 29th through September 4th here. By the time you get to the end of the week, you're going to look like this guy here in the Nine of Wands, where you're going to drain yourself and feel beaten or discouraged, and you know, you're just going to not be in a good place. I don't want to say in a good place. It's like everything is going to be, I mean, it's going okay, but then it's this energy of the Nine of Wands is more about you overworking yourself. You're not going to be in a good energy, so to speak, okay? Energy space, energetic space. Is that a thing? Oh, I'm just going to go with that. You're not going to be in a good energetic space because you're going to use up all your energy already. Okay, so word of Spirit here is to pace yourself. Don't let the obsession get to you. Make time for other aspects of your life. Balance is the key word here, okay, when it comes to work and finance for this month of August. Okay, so the theme here with regards to your love is balance, spirituality, and practicality. And again, like, you know, just to balance, you need balance. And also, I guess, apparently here, when it comes to love, is to also balance that out too. And we have this, what is this, Eight of Swords. So we have this Eight of Swords for this first row. What would make it be the week from August 15th through the 21st here? when it comes to love, again, you're going to feel, my God, this is, hmm, well, I feel like you're in a state of bundled, like you're very, like you need to relax, is what I'm feeling, okay? I feel like there's this ball of energy that's just like compounding together here, not just with the finance, but with all aspects of your life, really. It's just like you need to relax, you need to let go. Don't take things too seriously. Go do something that you enjoy. Take your mind off of whatever it is about life, basically. Do something that's going to give you a sense of freedom. Because with this Eight of Swords here, you're in your mind a lot, and even when it comes to your love relationships. The Spirit is calling for you to have balance in this area as well. The energy that I'm sensing from this Eight of Swords is that nothing is going how you wanted. It seems like there's problems from left to right, okay? It's like one thing after the next. I also see here a lot of people, old, like perhaps grandmother, mother figure, like family relationships that's not going well, that's causing you the stress, and you just feel like you're in the middle of it. Perhaps maybe you guys are the middle person between your family, your immediate family, and also your, let's say, husband or wife. Okay, something is going on between, there's some altercations or disagreements, and your immediate family might not be seeing eye to eye with your significant other, and so there's this spat, this argument, or this energy of discord. And you, as the middle person, you love both sides, okay? You apparently love your family, okay? Your mother, sisters, brother, aunt, uncle, grandmother, even. And then you also love your significant other, and then you also know that you have to do what's best for your family. But then it's like meddling is what I'm hearing. Like there is this meddling situation that's going on where perhaps maybe your mother or your father figure is trying to meddle in your family affairs, okay? And so that's kind of causing a stir in your family, your creative family with your husband or your wife and your kids. And you're the middle person, like you love both of them, and then you're kind of like feeling bound and gagged. Here is the energy for me. And so you have to find that middle ground, okay? I can understand perhaps immediate family, there are some members who are like busybodies, and they mean well, their intentions are from a good place. It's just that they just need to loosen that control, and you as the middle person, you need to step in and let them know that, okay, that this is my family, and even though that may hurt their feelings, but it has to be done, it has to be said. You don't mean anything by it. It's just that you just want to set this boundary between how you run your own family and how your immediate family, okay, sees how your family should be run. That they might not agree with everything, but that's not their place to say. It's your life. You make the choice. You make the decision, and hence, if anything were to go wrong, let's say, right, you take the responsibility for it, okay? It's just life. And I understand family, especially a mother, okay, can feel as though they want to protect you always, regardless of how old you are, and regardless of whether or not you have a family of your own, and they just want to insert their own opinions and their own ways of doing things and running your family for you, in a sense. But you just have to let them know that it's time to let go, okay, and loosen their control. You are a grown-up, and you have a mind of your own, mature enough, grown enough to know what's what and what to do for the best and benefits of your family. That's the energy that I'm getting right here. Or, yeah, Or another scenario came through is that perhaps maybe this isn't your immediate family, but rather it's the immediate family of your significant other or your husband or your wife, okay? The in-laws, so to speak. And they just want to put in their 2 cents, and yeah. And then you just kind of feel like you're stuck. You can't really say too much because you're the daughter-in-law or the son-in-law, and if you say too much about your husband or your wife or your significant other's family, you don't want to hurt their feelings and yada yada yada, so on and so forth. But yeah, that's the energy for this third week, August 15th through the 21st, here for this first row, with regards to love relationships here. And so for you to call in balance, to have balance, I think here the theme for you guys here, my pile number 1, Aries, is balance. Okay. All right, next one is the Empress. Okay, this falls under the 4th week of August that runs from the 22nd through the 28th. So you have the Empress, and you may very well be pregnant or will be finding out that you are pregnant. And then sometimes some of you, there may be ideas that's brewing. Okay, ideas could be like a form of like a pregnancy to birthing of new ideas to find a solution that benefits both parties. Let's say with this situation here with the 8 of Swords, that can very well be as well for some who is in that situation right now. And then for others of you who are, I see here, like just fairly new, moving in together. Perhaps you're not like married, but you're just, moving in together, living together as boyfriend and girlfriend, and you're having your first child. The energy is like a feeling of this is your first child, okay? Perhaps you're expecting, or you might not even know that you're pregnant as of yet until later on, towards the middle of the month here. Or it's not middle of the month, it's towards the end rather, yes. And then lastly, for the very last week of August 29th through September 4th, going into the month of September, we see here with Queen of Wands, when it comes to your love relationships, with this Queen of Wands, it gives me the energy of you're going to be more vocal. You're going to be vocal and passionate and speaking your truth in your mind a lot more, but with kind and compassion. Okay, you're not going to be like brutal with it. Okay, you're going to very much have a tactful approach when telling someone off, in a kind manner that shows compassion, that comes from a place of understanding here with Queen of Wands. And now referring back to this Queen of Swords, what am I saying? To this 4 of Swords here, again, as I was saying too with the Empress card here, for those of you who are in a situation where you have someone, okay, of an immediate family, whether it's on your side or on your significant other's side, trying to meddle in within your own family dynamics and how your family is run, you will come up with different solutions, different ways to solve your differences, okay? And you will have that charisma and authority to speak with ease and with tactfulness, and also coming from a place of understanding as well, so that you can set boundaries without having to be vulgar or belligerent or just like saying things without thinking, okay, that you can later regret. And it's more of this energy of, when it comes to love, the way you communicate will be from a place of kindness, from a place of compassion, from the place of understanding, so that you can still maintain that connection instead of that burning the bridge entirely. That type of energy that I'm sensing here when it comes to your love relationships here, okay? Okay, moving on to your health. Let's see what is in store for your health with the theme. We have confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo, but in reverse. So that is the theme when it comes to your health. The new moon is in reverse. Huh, I just noticed this. Like the color of this heat treated amethyst as well as the color of the card is the same. Ain't that crazy? Okay. So when it comes to your health, I'm getting a sense of feeling like you're ignoring certain things that is creeping up that you should go to the doctor for. Okay, I have a feeling that it might not be serious, but you're letting your fear and your negative experiences and the way you perceive hospitals, doctors, and nurses, and their treatments holding you back. Is what I'm getting here for this theme. With this, confidence is your key to success in reverse. You're not having too much confidence when it comes to the medical fields, and also when it comes to your health. It's like this avoidance of sorts. And the Five of Cups. I mean, perhaps there's something that is in the back of your mind that you know, maybe perhaps that worries you or is of a concern for you, that you should go to the doctor to see, but for some reason I feel like there's something in the way. It could be maybe you don't have insurance to go. For those of you, I mean, not everyone has health insurance. Some do. Those of you who do have health insurance, but then you just don't want to go because it's a hassle. You see it as a hassle. That's the feeling that I get. And you're just going to continue to avoid it. It's the sense of energy that I'm feeling here from this Five of Cups. You're going to avoid it, ignore it, brush it under the carpet here. The reason why I'm saying ignore it is because you're going to ignore it, not for you to ignore it, but what you're doing right now is ignoring this health concerns that you may have. And I have a sense of feeling that it might not even be something that is like serious, but it's just minor aches and pain, which would be a good idea for you to go check it out, you know, just in case it doesn't develop into something serious, you know. When anything serious, it always starts out with something that is benign or it's like not a big deal, and then if you let it fester or if you let it grow and develop furthermore, it grows into something that is like serious and it's hard to treat if you can treat it at all, okay, for some. But right now it's still in the prime stage. It's just not anything that, you know, you feel like you should go see a doctor for, but I say it would be a good idea for you to go and see, because that's the message here from Spirit. The reason why I say that you're ignoring it is because this woman here, you see, it's like obviously there's something bothering her, but she has her eyes closed and the spilled wine is before her, and then she has her back towards the roses there, okay? And through that, I get the feeling of like you're turning your back against it, you're ignoring it, you're brushing it under the rug. And then I also am very attuned to this pine tree that is casting like a shadow, like, you know, area right here, to be something that is lurking, a mist, okay, when it comes to your health, that is causing this disturbance, this perhaps you're having back aches, you know, back aches here and there, or when you're sitting for too long, you're feeling like your legs are asleep or tired, or it's just minor things like that you feel like, oh, maybe it's nothing, I can just like do a little stretch here and there and just walk around and it just would work itself out, okay? But yeah, when it comes to your health, you're not doing too well in taking care of, or not in taking care, but rather like going to get the checkup that you need, okay, to make sure that everything is okay. You know, because sometimes we ourselves might feel like everything is fine with us physically on a day-to-day basis, but you know, certain health conditions like diabetes or hypertension, you can't feel those things, you can't feel those changes within you until you go get your lab work done, or until you check your blood pressure, and then you can see like, oh shit, you know, I have high blood pressure, or oh shit, I'm a pre-diabetic, that type of situation and scenario, you know. So it's always a good idea to go and get your annual checkup. And for those of you, I feel like you are taking care of yourself in terms of you know, making like a nutritious food to eat, your diet, as far as your diet goes, a lot of veggies, a lot of fruits and vegetables, which is great, which is good. But still, I have a sense of feeling that some of you may be doing that in order to avoid to go see the doctor. Okay, and it's all well and good, you know, that you're taking proactive care and taking responsibilities for your health and well-being. That's great, you know, because just going to the doctor and coming back home eating junk food is not going to do anything as well. So it's good that you're taking that action, that active role in caring for yourselves in that way. For those of you who are, you know, changing your habits of food and incorporating more fruits and diets into your everyday meal, that's great. And but if there is anything that is like causing you concern in the back of your mind, that oh shoot, I need to go seek medical attention, you should, word from spirit is that you should get it checked out. It might not be anything serious, but at least you know what's up. Okay, at least go get that annual lab work done so that you know that your A1C is okay, your cholesterol is okay, your thyroid is okay, your hormone is okay, your kidneys, your livers are okay, you know, that type of stuff. So the internal stuff that we don't really can tell just by living our day-to-day life. Okay, so yeah, so that is the third week, August 15th through the 21st of August, right here. That thought is going to surface up with regards to your health. And the Hierophant. The Hierophant here, the Hierophant gives me the vibe of like an authority figure or an institution of sorts. Like it could very well be a doctor, nurse, the medical field, the medical team, and it can also be like an insurance as well. Perhaps you, for those of you who are feeling this way and does not have health insurance, that could be of concern that comes up, you know, in the fourth week of August here. And if you don't, I hear go seek it. If you don't have health insurance and if you're working part-time, okay, and it doesn't allow for you to be eligible for health insurance from your employer, then, you know, go to apply for governmental assistance, apply for governmental insurance, you know, in the meantime, because your health is very important. Here is the message that I'm hearing. Our health is very important, because without our health, we're not going to have the capacity or the energy to do anything at all, whether it's in our career or in our love relationships, because health really do put a toll and a strain in a relationship just as much as anything else, if not more. So it's very important for you, if you don't have health insurance and this is the situation that surfaced up on the 4th week of August, you should get right to it. You know, come up with a plan. Do whatever it is. Do your research. Do your homework. If you don't, if I feel like some of you might not be able to, need assistance. I feel like some of you might need assistance. If you are the one that needs assistance, seek help from relatives or friends, close friends, to go with you and to help you apply, or even to call in to that organization at your wherever you may be, to ask for assistance for those who need assistance. Okay, that's what the resources are there for. But if you feel like there's something going on for a while with regards to your health and you're unsure of what it is, of whether or not it's serious, and you want to go have it checked out and you don't have health insurance, you should do whatever it takes to acquire health coverage so that you can go get it checked out immediately. It sounds like there's a sense of urgency because Spirit wants you to clear out all the clutter, okay? Not just the physical clutter that is in your home, but also within your body as well, the internal clutter, all right? Whether it's of the mental state or the emotional or the physical, all right? You need to do like a detox of all of that, clear it out in order to move forward, especially with this Lionsgate portal opening up. You don't want old things, old baggages, old habits to hold you back, okay? And then the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man here, like I said, with you don't want old things, old baggages to hold you back. Is, yeah, if you don't do it by the end of the month here, this is going to lead in, because this last row is going to lead into September. You're going to be stuck in suspension when it comes to your health. You're going to be stuck wondering, like, oh, is my aches and my pain is because of this, or is it because of that? What is it because of, really? And you're just going to try to blindly find remedies, alternative ways to put a band-aid over the wound or the problems, so to speak, which doesn't do anything. You're not addressing the underlying problem, okay? So best bet message from Spirit is to go, if you have not gone to the doctor for a while, and if you've been ignoring your health problems for a while, is to go to the doctor, you know, and just, if you don't have a primary doctor, go establish one, okay? If you don't have health insurance, go apply for one. I know easier said than done, but all of this is like all the work that you need to do to clear out old baggages. And like I said, if the old baggages is regard to your health, you need to clear that out, okay? Now moving on to your spiritual journey. So we have bring love into the situation with the new moon and Aquarius, but in reverse. So with this, I feel with regards to your spiritual journey, there's a lot of forgiving to do, that you need to do, that you need to let go of, that you need to release. And if you have been working with releasing and forgiving people, that's great, okay, for those of you who have been working on that. And then for those of you who have not, you need to release those grudges that you hold. And that's a part of spirituality as well, is to and I know I don't want to feed into like this toxic positivity. Obviously, I'm a Capricorn, if I haven't disclosed that to you guys already. A Capricorn zodiac in my sun, moon, and rising, and my natal chart is just filled with Capricorns, okay? I have at least 6 placements of 6 Capricorn placements in my natal chart. And so I'm very, very practical and down to earth and very realistic in the way I read my readings as well, and with the way I perceive the world and make connections in the readings. It is like you have to be practical. We can't always be up in the air. Spirituality, tarot card readings is great. Some people would even say it's a form of escapism, and some people, but really it's a tool, okay, to help guide you. And sometimes some message when I do my own reading, I might not like what I see, but I have to accept that, because if I don't, then I'm just going to be stuck in where I'm at, okay? And with this one here, with it being in reverse, bringing love into the situation, is that you need to kind of do a little digging in your emotions and seek out who you need to forgive, and just not only just who you need to forgive, but go deeper than where you are right now, than what you are doing right now. Come from, I would all, those of you who watches my reading, I would always go back to a point of understanding. Why I say that from my own experience is, if you just come, like, I feel like understanding, when you are understanding someone, you're understanding where they're coming from. You're kind of like putting yourselves in their shoes, and empathizing with them, okay? And kind of like relating, connecting with them on a deeper level, because you're able to relate to what they're going through right now, because you've been through it before at one point or the other in your life. And you've overcome that challenges, and you've overcome that obstacles, yes. But sometimes we have to meet people where the other person is at, okay? And then just to understand the situation there, and and it will allow for you to see with clarity. And when you come from a point of understanding, like really understanding someone, you can't hold a grudge on them, because you see the truth. You see how it had affected you in the past, and how you dealt with that process in the past. And it just kind of brings you to that understanding of what the other person is actually going through, and it kind of gives you, like, not to take things personally from the situation and from whatever went on between the two of you. So I feel that's where you're at in terms of your spirituality, is like trying to work out the process of forgiveness, and also seeing things from other people's point of view. That's what you need to work on for this month of August. And again, with Temperance here, I see that your third eye is opening, obviously. I mean, what I'm drawn to with this card is like the third eye is like right there, smack dab in the middle. And it's about, and I very much know that it is red wine, but for some reason, every time I draw this card, it makes me think of blood, because it's red wine. But to me, it just resembles blood. And then not only that, but this red light here, or whatever you would call this right here, red streams of rays of light. Temperance, it's about experimentations. It's about dipping your foot in. It's about trying out different ways and different solutions. And when speaking of different solutions, it just brings me back to this Empress right here, and to this love relationships. Perhaps it's tied, all of this is tied together with your spirituality too, because I did say with the Queen of Wands is by the end of this month, you will come to a place, to a point where you will come from a point of understanding and a communicating with people to find solutions in a kind of compassionate way. That's what this is, I feel, is connected to this love relationships here, sector of yourself, okay? And then with the Nine of Cups, for your spirituality. So you're growing, you're moving, you're not just, even though this is the Nine of Cups, okay, you may already have worked a lot on yourself. I feel for some of you, you guys are very, very intuitive, psychic, and you're very sensitive and empathic in your energy, okay, almost to a point of fault, because it drains you, I feel. But you're never like stopping, you know. You're always seeking new boundaries to push and to achieve new milestones to achieve when it comes to your spirituality, because despite the fact that you know that you've worked a lot on yourself already thus far, but you know too that life is a learning experience, okay? You can always learn. There's always more to learn when it comes to life, and that's what I'm feeling here, is that you're going to be working diligently with this, with yourself as well, on the emotional and spiritual level here, and you're trying to connect things together in ways where it makes sense, not only in spirituality but also like that has practical basis as well. Is what I'm sensing here. All right, and then Knight of Swords, and you're very, very enthusiastic and excited, and when it comes to your spirituality, you're very excited, okay? You know deep down in your subconscious, even in your consciousness, you know that you're gifted, you're talented. It's just we're all human, and sometimes we need to work on those little tiny kinks within ourselves, okay, to break free from our old habits in order for us to be propelled into this new chapter of our lives here. All right, this is a pretty good reading, I would say, okay, but word of warning and advice from Spirit is that not to overdo it, okay? When it comes to your finances, don't overdo yourself. Don't fall into that trap of workaholism. Have balance, spend time with your family, okay? You don't want to end up with this Nine of Wands here. And then when it comes to your love sector, you may feel trapped when it comes to your love relationships, but don't worry, it will get better. Situations will get better. You will come to that revelations in due time by the end of the month, okay, going into September. And then also when it comes to your health now, is, as I was saying, this can also very well cause a burden to you as well mentally, okay, even though you don't want to admit to it or address it head on. But if you don't, you will be stuck in suspension with this Hanged Man card right here. And also when it comes to your spirituality, be sure to be kind to yourself, and also if you feel like you need to take time out, do so that you can reflect and introspect on those emotions that you're feeling inside, okay, in order to do the work and in order to sift out the underlying currents that's causing all this emotional turmoil for you, so that you can clear the blockages and you can move forward with this Knight of Swords. All right, so almost forgot, I have the Osho card for you. Oh my gosh, we're at 44. Okay, so I have this Osho card for you, okay? It's a sutra for you to kind of reflect on for the month of August, for the rest of the month of August here. So your sutra is, if you determine your course with force or speed, you miss the way of the law. All right, there we go. That is the photo. I'm going to refer to the back here to read. It has the explanation on the back. I know a lot of times in the past I like to refer to the booklet, but since we're running short on time, I'll just read the back. It says the exact same thing. Existence is available in all its beauty and benediction only to those who are living in a relaxed way, not with force, not with any speed who are not rushing, running, who are not ambitious, who are not all engaged, and some not yet futured. It is available to those who are at rest, at home with the present moment, so relaxed as if there is no other time. This moment is all in that relaxed state. Tao opens its doors. Buddha's name for Tao is Dhamma. In English, there is no real synonym for Tao or Dhamma. Hence, it has been translated as the law. It is a poor word. The law does not really indicate the meaning of Dhamma. Dhamma means the nature of existence. Dhamma means the harmony of existence. Dhamma means that which holds the existence together. Dhamma means the universal interconnectedness. It is a multidimensional word, tremendously pregnant. To call it the law is to reduce it to a one-dimensional word. Okay, so that is the explanation for the sutra here for this later half of the month of August reading for you guys. Okay, we have selected pile 1. So yeah, and again, what stood out to me as I was reading this is to live in a relaxed way, not with force and not with any speed. And that just reminds me, this devil just stood out. And also, you also have the Knight of Swords as well. You know, just to take things slow, take things easy, take your time. What's yours, what's for you is going to be there for you. So if you need time out, then take that time out. Be careful not to burn yourself out in the process, is the message here, okay? So with that being said, I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for visiting me today for this reading, and I will see you next time. Oh, and if this resonates with you, please hit a like, thumbs up, subscribe. I would really appreciate that if you do. It would really help me out with my new channel here to help me grow and spread the messages to others who needs to hear it as well. And yeah, so with that being said, I hope to see you next time. Bye. Hello, for those of you who have selected pile 2, this is your pile. You selected this black kyanite here, okay? So what you see before you here are 4 piles. Starting with this pile, it's all about your career and finance for the month of August, or I should say remaining month of August. And then the love, about your health and your spirituality or spiritual journeys. Okay, so let's start. Let me move these up further to make room. Okay, so let us start with this oracle. So I have the Moonology Oracle deck for each of them, okay? And I will do that first so that it sets the theme for that particular sector or for each column, okay? Whether it's your career, finance, your love, your health, or your spiritual journeys. So this, with regards to your career finance, we have looked at the bigger picture in reverse with the full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, is it focusing? I hope so. All right. So with this, I feel that when it comes to your career and finance sector, you're not really taking the time out. I sense this like very rushed energy, like trying to beat the time and trying to beat life itself. You know, perhaps maybe you're feeling like time is running out, and so you feel like you need to establish your financial stability by going into a field or work based on, you know, its security level. And Spirit is calling for you to look at the bigger picture, because by going about life that way, especially if you're more like spiritually attuned and more spiritually awakened to your sense of purpose and wanting to seek fulfillment in the things that you do and also serve your purpose in this life, you're not going to be fulfilled in those jobs, regardless of how much money it offers you or how much money you're making right now if you are in that field of work or field of, you know, field of study. I'm urged to say field of study. Perhaps some of you may be in the middle of transitioning from your current occupation to something like a whole new field that had caught your attention, that you want to try to experience or want to experience because you feel compelled to, and you feel that there's a sense of calling there for you. But with this, look at the picture look at the big picture in reverse. Spirit is calling for you to kind of step back, okay? Don't be too hasty about things like this. Just really jot down what it is that you're passionate about, and also what it is that you actually want to do, okay? Because I feel like you're hung up on the details, and certain details can get you blocked or cause blockages, because that's not your path, and therefore the universe is going to create blockages for you because that's the wrong direction for you to go. And I feel that some of you that's viewing this, or selective pile 2, you have a sense of feeling like all your life when it comes to your career, you're so frustrated and sometimes confused as to what it is that you want to do, really. Like, your talent, like, I'm hearing you're talented, you're smart, you're intelligent, but you just don't have clarity in the path that you should take, basically. And with anything that you do, you'll be successful at, you'll be good at, but it's just so that this energy is like, it doesn't leave you room to be good at it, or to stay long enough in it to be good at it, because you're going to realize it sooner than later that this isn't for you, and it's going to come out as job hopping, or being flaky, or can't keep a job for too long, or for no more than 3 months. That type of energy that I'm feeling here. It's a very, I don't know, indescribable feeling, okay? It's frustrating, and there's like anger along with it as well, but it's not anything that you would like lash out at people like that, but more like this frustration within yourself, and not understanding why things are not working out when it comes to your career and your life path. And so here we have a Ten of Swords. A Ten of Swords is about ending of a situation. For those of you who are employed or who are working in your current job, there may be certain situations, events, or epiphanies, or even revelations that causes you to rethink and reconsider certain things in your life when it comes to your career. Maybe there will be some form of drama at work. You know, you're not going to get along with your supervisor, or something along that line, okay? Something about you no longer having the enthusiasm or the excitement or looking forward to go to work anymore, because it's tedious and it's routine and it is the status quo. It's lifeless. You feel like you just go with the grind and of things, and you feel that the work that you do doesn't serve a purpose in your life. I mean, yeah, it gives you paycheck, but you're looking for more than just a paycheck. You're looking for a sense of fulfillment at this point. And so this remaining month of August is really going to throw it in your face, okay? It's going to make it unbearable for you to stay in that situation any longer, and you're going to want to do something about it. And you could possibly be leaving the situation altogether, like your job for some, okay? And for some of you who's majoring or in a study for maybe like a year or two, you could be fine and was completely fine before, and now it's got to a point where you look around and you see people, you know, just doing their thing, enjoying the things that they do, and you're looking at yourself and you're not feeling fulfilled with the things that you're doing. And perhaps maybe you're going to college because you feel like, oh, this is the norm, this is how society is. After you finish high school, you have to go to college to get that secondary degree in order to be successful and to be something in life. That's true for some people who their path is set out that way for them, okay? It seems like their life is easy. Trust me, that linear path. But we never know, though. We never know for sure about their life though. Is it like that for real, for real? Kind of like, is it's kind of like the saying, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. That kind of, you know, sense that of energy that I'm feeling here. Like, but even if it is easy for them, and let's suppose that that's the linear path for this person that you're seeing, but when it comes to you, you have your own path. You have your own destiny to walk. You can't look at other people and be like wanting to do the same thing and have the same outcome as them. Okay? You are unique. What? You are a unique individual, and the path that you need to take is also unique as well. Okay? And it's full of journeys, learnings, different things, different ways of seeing the world, perceiving the world differently. I have a sense of feeling that you guys are someone who has a different way of seeing and perceiving the world from most people, you know. You may come off quite eccentric, and other people might deem you as like a weirdo of sorts, because of your hobbies or your interests and the way you understand things in the world, that goes on in the world. Yeah. And here with the Eight of Pentacles, I see here that you're working hard. Okay, it's not that you're a slacker or you're lazy and, you know, going back to someone who is like job hoppy. Why do I keep saying that? Job hopping, or is flaky. Okay, there's nothing about you that is flaky at all that I see here. You're someone that you know what you want and you know what you don't want, and then when you, it might be because, okay, you see like a job position that you find to be interesting and intriguing at the moment. Okay, and so you decide to, oh, okay, I want to give this a try. Let me apply and go in for an interview, and perhaps, you know, and shoot your shot. And let's say you were hired. But once you get in there, you actually see the inner workings and operations of the organizational structure of that company, and the interaction and favoritism, or the way things operate within that company in itself doesn't really suit your personality, and doesn't really match with your work style. And so you decide to just leave the company instead of sticking with it for a long period of time, because you see that as wasting time. Like, you already know it's not going to work out, and if you stay longer, it's just going to delay your time even more. Okay, and so you quit that job just so you can find other endeavors to seek out and also experiment with, play around with, like which path is the right path for you. And I see here like you're working hard, you're working very diligently here. Oh, hold on just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. There was a minor interruption there. All right, moving on to the last card here. We have the Eight of Swords for the last card. Okay. So for this month of August, when it comes to your career, you are going to feel very tied up in a sense. You're going to be a lot in your head. You are going to think a lot about it, about what it is that you actually want for this month of August. Okay, so this month of August is going to be like the month of finding your purpose, of sifting through, okay, ending one thing and starting another, and working hard towards your sense of purpose, and also finding something that will fulfill you, and like along the line of doing something or not, if you know, I'm not even sensing like some of you aren't even just like all wanting to start up a passion project or anything like that, but more like for those of you who are still wanting to work at a certain company or to get into a certain position. All right, you're kind of like trying to strategize your way around that situation of how you can come about it. And um and the message from spirit is for you to kind of take things slow. Okay, slow down. The message here, I feel, is to slow down. You're going too fast with this, and especially with this Four of Swords here, you're really in your head about this, and you're really feeling like you've come to a dead end, which is not the case. Sometimes we feel that way. It's like this big wall. I see this big wall here that you're just facing, and at this point, by the end of August through September 4th, you're going to feel as though you are a failure, like you failed. There's going to be a lot of disappointment with regards to your career and to what you're doing, whatever it is that you're doing. You know, you don't feel fulfilled, you don't feel like you served any purpose doing it. And I guess the focus that you will be focused on a lot for this month and going on through the beginning of September is finding your sense of purpose in life. And with this Four of Swords, the message from Spirit is trying to tell you that that's the part of the process, yes, but to also not to be too hard on yourself. Okay, give yourself a break, give yourself some time. Don't be too hard on yourself. Meditate if you need to. Okay, for those of you who are keen to meditation or who've been meditating, or even yoga helps a lot as well, just to stretch your limbs, your muscles, your tendons. You know, it helps to relieve pressure from all the pressure points that you have accumulated by being too focused and stressed out by this. When it comes to your career here, I feel like you're accumulating a lot of stress and have developed a lot of trigger points along your body that you need to release, and yoga will do that for you, or meditation, just to help to bring your consciousness back to that relaxed state. Okay, a state of where you don't want anything. Now I know it is easier said than done, trust me, with meditation. When you sit, I mean, it's a lot of work, a lot of practice, all right, especially when you sit by yourself and in silence. But you don't have to do it in silence. You can look up on YouTube, there's a binaural frequency beat that you can turn on, you know, for different intentions that you have, or even a walkthrough meditations on YouTube as well, if you need assistance with calming your mind, okay, or at least there's some background noise there to help you kind of focus. But yeah, meditation here is key. Yes, slow down, look at the bigger picture, because you're very hung up on these tiny details about, I want to know my life purpose, what it is that I'm here for, and what type of job, what type of career path, what kind of work can I do to get there. And you're just like so zoomed in that you fail to see the bigger picture. This is a part of the journey as well, okay, as with all aspects of your life. So just kind of take it in stride and let go of control a little bit, okay, because I feel like you're just spinning your wheels on this, and it's causing you to be in this Four of Swords energies. I know it's a reading that might not, you know, people coming on here, they want to, in hopes that, oh, you know, I hope there's good messages here for me with regards to my career. And then there are some of you who are already on good track with your career, which is great. Okay, and then consider this is a general reading, then this message might not apply. Or maybe you're in a career already that you feel is giving you the financial security, but maybe it might not fulfill you as much as it did in the past, and you might be rethinking or reconsidering, reflecting on some things that you want changed with regards to your career field as well. So let's move on to the next sector, which is love. And for the Moonology deck, we have Surrender to the Divine, Full Moon. Okay, so here it is. The first card we have out is the Four of Cups. So with this Four of Cups and Surrender to the Divine, I have a sense of feeling when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to love, you have an idea, or maybe an ideal, of how it should be. But the universe is saying that sometimes the things that are offered to you might not be what you expect, or the least, might not be how you expect it to be, or packaged the way you want it to package, or the way you expect it to be packaged. Because, you know, we all go through that phase where we're like, oh, you know, if I'm going to find a love, or if I should have a love partner, my love partner should meet X, Y, and Z criteria. Okay, well, sure, okay. And the person that the universe might bring you may meet certain qualifications that you have marked down. All right, might not be all, just some that they see that would benefit you in the long run. And when you see that, you might not really want what the universe is offering you with regards to love relationships. You might not like the way the person look because they don't match your ideal standard of what beauty is, right? You might like someone who, let's say your criteria, your quality for your person is needs to be a gentleman, needs to have a nice stable job, needs to be, let's see, what's the other, nice stable job and a gentleman, and also needs to know how to cook, let's say, right? And also, like, in terms of their physical appearance, you want someone who's like tall, dark, and handsome. But the universe is sending you, let's say all the qualities or qualifications are met, right? That person is a gentleman, that person has a nice stable job, financially secure, and that person can cook. But the only thing is, this person is short and stubby. They're not tall, dark, and handsome, but they're average looking. Okay, so that's the type of scenario example here that is given to me from Spirit. Okay, so you don't want that here. I see like you're kind of resisting that. Okay, I'm feeling that maybe you already have met someone, or, you know, perhaps even befriended, because I hear befriended this person, or maybe have this person within your friends group or within your circle of friends and families, but you're just kind of like overlooking them because they don't match your physical aesthetics, or perhaps there's some things about them that doesn't quite meet all the criteria that you're seeking for or you're looking for. But yeah, and then here, Three of Pentacles, I see that so this person that is being sent to you, or is already, I feel like a lot of you already probably know who this might be, or maybe already have been around them or know who this is. Actually, I don't think this is like a stranger to you, but you just kind of dismiss them because you just don't they're not handsome or beautiful enough or something along that line. Or you just, they, on the outskirt, they might not, I feel like this person doesn't really show who their true selves are, doesn't really open up to people that easily until they kind of know them and are comfortable with them at a certain level, and then they kind of like show a little bit, kind of like an onion, okay? They have many layers to them. I want, it's like kind of like Shrek. Okay, kind of like Shrek. You know, like physically on the outside, the appearance might not be too pleasing to you, but them as a person, you know that they're a good, genuine person, okay? You know they're a sweetheart. It's just, and then they have a lot of layers to them, right? They have this very stoic outer appearances to them, demeanor to them. They don't like to show their feelings much. They have this flat affect, whereas I feel you guys are more like, not, like you're more, you express your passion freely. You're more flamboyant. You have this side of you that's like the fool's energy, where you just go with the wind and you just, you know, if you're happy, you show it. If you're not happy, you show it. But this person, they're not like that. They're like, if they're happy, you can't even tell if they're happy, and if they're unhappy, you can't tell either, because they're not really expressive of their emotions. And I guess that is the one thing that you don't really like or take to with them, and that's why you dismiss it, because you're looking for someone who's spontaneous and outgoing as you are. That's just one example for some. Others, you might have a different scenarios or situations, but that was the example what that was given to me from Spirit. So, but then this person here, it does say that it can end in partnership, okay, and a long-lasting one, or a community, yeah, you know. And again, as I was saying, it can, with this Three of Pentacles, also tell that they could be within your circle of friends or your circle of family that you already know, but you kind of dismiss because they are who they are, okay. And here with the Four of Coins, Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles, it's kind of saying like you're holding on too tightly, you know, to an ideal. Like traditionally, a Four of Pentacles is like a person holding on too tightly to their coins and being stingy and greedy about it. But in this case, in the love sector, it's more of like holding on too tightly to your idea of love, of what that love partner of yours should be like. And Spirit is saying, you know, if you go on about that, and by doing that, okay, by holding on to this ideal that you have, you're kind of telling the universe that you're resisting their gifts to you with regards to your love life, okay, because they want to bring in this person to you, or for some of you, they're already amidst you, or is that is that how you use it in the word of English? They're already amongst you, and it's just you're overlooking them. And then for some of you who are already in a relationship, okay, there's some things that you just need to surrender to one another here, especially when you're in a partnership, okay? Perhaps maybe your partner has a different way of perceiving the world and showcasing their love and affection towards you publicly, all right? And you want them to be a certain way, but that's not who they are, and so you're just like kind of bickering, and yeah, this is more like bickering, not so much argumenting, not so much being argumentative, but it's just that little nuances in the relationship, annoyance in the relationship that you feel could be better. Then again, here this message from Spirit is, you know, you have to loosen some of those control. Nothing in life is going to ever be perfect. Nothing in life is within a controlled, life isn't an experiment. It's not like it's something along the line like you cannot control the happenings that go on in life. It's beyond our control at times of the actions of the other person, okay? So all we could really control is ourselves and how we react to those certain situations and circumstances that arises and comes our way. And so if it's anything, particularly when it comes to love relationship, and for those who are in a relationship, whether it's a marriage or just like, you know, boyfriend girlfriend status, is to surrender to each other's differences. Okay, that will, for this month of August, for you to work on that, because I see that by not surrendering, you are creating a lot of unnecessary drama and tension in this relationship that between you and the other person. And then also for those who are single, that was the example that I had given to you, is that the universe have someone in your midst, but you just fail to see who that someone is. And also, if they're not, you know, they haven't arrived to you yet, this remaining portion of August, they could show up, and don't miss out on the signs, okay? And also, don't be too idealistic with the type of person you want when it comes to love relationships, because it can really become that another form of like toxic thought pattern, okay, and habit. So just to loosen that control over your ideas a little bit, just to give some room for spirit and for the universe to surprise you in a way, okay? All right, moving on to the health sector. We have communication is key. With this, communication is key, I feel the health has to do a lot with mental health, and your blocked throat chakra. You have not been expressing yourself as much as you could, in a more pleasant way, like in a more non-inflammatory way. Yes. All right. In terms of health, okay, so with the Knight of Pentacles, I have the feeling that everything else in terms of your physical health is fine. Your physical health is fine. You don't really have anything that is of concern or is serious going on, okay? Perhaps minor aches and pains here and there, but that's normal. You can just work out, exercise, and work out the kinks, and you feel better already, right? But with this Knight of Pentacles, I feel that your health ties in a lot with your mental health, because you're in your head a lot, which draws me back to this I keep saying Four of Swords. I think the first pile I had mistakenly said Four of Swords too, when I should have said Eight of Swords. Yeah, I mean, it's calling for you to rest. I think the reason why I said Four of Swords is because Spirit wants me to relay the message to you, is for you to just drop the swords and ideas and anything that you have of your wants, of your desires in life, just to drop it to the side for right now, and just to lay down, take a rest, okay? Take a load off. Don't think about anything. Okay, when you rest, you don't think about anything. You can't just be lying down and be thinking about 101 things. No, that's not what Spirit is saying. It's to completely clear your mind of any thoughts, of any wants, of any desires. So yeah, as I was saying, with this Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords here. Yeah, Eight of Swords. So a lot of your health has to do with this frustration of yours of things not moving, despite the fact that you're working hard towards it. You know, you're not a lazy bum. You're a hard worker. But with this Knight of Pentacles, it makes me think like things are, Knight of Pentacles, they're slow energy. It's coming. It's the idea, the solution is coming to you, but it's just going to take time. And that's where you need to kind of be patient and take that rest okay, and kind of like put a brake on your on the pedal here, okay, and just take a rest and know that it's coming. It's not like you're taking a rest and you know, for that hour or for that particular day that you were resting, that something miraculous was going to happen that day if you didn't put in the work. No, when you're resting, it allows for you to re-energize yourself, reinvigorate yourself, and even at times have this mental clarity so that you can know which direction to take from there, right? So take your time, rest, drop the work, the tools, the whatever, the ideas, the ideology, and just take a rest. That's all I can say, take a rest. And the lovers in regards to, it falls in your health sector here, and again, it's like and I feel too, it goes back to that ideology with the fact that you for those of you who are waiting on your person, on that one true love, or on the person or situation that you perceive to be your one true love, you have to take a step back and also really think about, like realistically thinking about your situation between you and that person's relationship, if you're in a partnership, that is, okay, and to realistically look at things from a realistic point of view, and not just your ideas, like your ideology. And in so doing, you're going to be able to pinpoint what it is that is causing the tension within your relationship. If you are going through certain situations with your love partner. And then for those of you who are single, it's calling for you to kind of, again, realistically, you know, consider your age and then your circumstances and your life situation and everything, and also to set realistic expectations for your love partner. You know, is it realistic to find everything on your checklist? No, it's not realistic, because life doesn't work that way. So that's what I feel that the lovers under this health sector, it ties in with this whole situation here. Because when we are having ideology is good, it's always good, okay, to have an ideal, but that doesn't really reflect reality. So we have to be careful not to fall into that illusion or become delusional, okay? Because by being delusional, you can miss out on a lot of stuff, on a lot of great things that the universe is sending your way, but you fail to see those things because, well, you're in your mind a lot and you just want what you want. And that's the message here as far as that is, as far as that goes. And we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, again, it's like so when I'm looking at this Eight of Cups, the expression on the moon here, if you really take a look at the expression on the moon here, okay, let's suppose that the moon is the universe, right? And then suppose this is you. And and you're kind of like, the way he's looking up to the moon is like kind of praying and wishing for his wish to come true, his wish to be granted. But look at the moon's, excuse me. Look at the moon's face. The moon's face is like, whatever, I sent you what you wished for and you just walked away from it. Like, what? What are you wishing for? Like, I've already sent you your gift and you just failed to see it because you're so in your mind. You know, that's the look on that moon's face. It's like side-eyeing this illustration here. That's the message here. It's like they sent you the things that you wish for and ask for, but the things that you wish and ask for might not be in the package that you want, and so therefore you kind of dismiss it. Okay, and you need to put on the brakes. You need to rest. It's another thing, like with that 8 of Cups. All right, and in terms of your spirituality, your spiritual journey, here we have step out of your comfort zone with the North Node. In order for you to get into your North Node energy, you need to step out from your comfort zone. Perhaps some of you may be too comfortable in where you're at, and again with that fixed energy here, I'm sensing it's like very fixed, like ideal. And here with the Chariot, it's all about movement. Step out of your comfort zone. So Spirit is calling for you to get moving. Well, like in terms of, as I was saying with the example with this love, and also, you know, it's kind of like interrelated here between the love and the health, because of this Lovers and this 3 of Pentacles here. And the storyline that I'm picking up from the energies of the card, it's like for you to kind of give it a chance. Okay, perhaps maybe this person or this thing or this circumstance, situation, events, what have you, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person, might not be what you expect at first. It might not appeal to you because it's not what you asked for. It doesn't look like what you asked for, but give it a try. You know, step out of your comfort zone and just move. Just try it out. Give it a chance. That type of energy. And we have the 9 of Cups. Don't be too complacent with where you're at, is what this 9 of Cups is saying. Okay? Don't be too comfortable. And fight for what you want. Okay? Everything in life, there's going to be, nothing is going to come to us and fall into our laps. Although some, when we look at some other people who are fortunate, maybe it looks like it fell into their laps, but you never know, you know, behind closed doors, how much grind and how much they worked hard for the things that they have, and also with the position and where they're at in their life. Okay, again, this is calling about to bring, or to exercise your inner strength. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this card. Is when it comes to the month of August, I see here it's a very somewhat a disappointing, frustrated energy, quite heavy. Okay, but all of these situations that is happening here, okay, whether it's with the 10 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, I have to make sure that I said that correctly. 4 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles here, okay? All of that is going to help you if you're able to overcome that. This is like a test, okay? Each level. Each chapter is closed. Just because we close one chapter and a new chapter is beginning doesn't mean that things will get easier. It's just meaning that there's going to be another test waiting for us to overcome. And the more of that we overcome, that's how we build our inner strength, okay? That's how we build endurance. That's how we build stamina for us within ourselves, so that we are able to face more hardships further down the line in the future, because the goal that we set for ourselves and the things that we want for ourselves in this life, it's not going to be easy. Okay, there will always be obstacles. It's not going to be like a fairy tale story where you met your prince and then, or princess, and then you get married and you live happily ever after in a castle with servants to serve you. No, life is not like that. Every new chapter, there's new challenges, and so just take it in stride, take it as a challenge. Okay, don't look at it as a burden, because this is not a burden. This is a lesson of life. This is a testing of life. If you are able to overcome these energies here, these frustrations, whatever it is that you want and desire, you're going to get it. Okay, but these are just the energies here to let you be aware of, so when it surfaces, you'll realize what is going on. Okay, you'll be aware of it and alert to it, and so it will kind of give you that that guidance of, okay, I'm feeling this way, I sense that I'm in this Four of Swords energy, let me step back and take a rest. Okay, and meditate, do whatever it is, go out, hang out with your friends and family, to ease your mind, free your mind. Okay, and then if for those of you who are not really eye to eye with your significant other or in your relationship, then, you know, communicate, have an open communication and express yourself and how you're feeling about this whole situation that's been going on with him. Okay, because you're both grown adults, right? You can come together and speak about it, no problem. But then again, it's easier said than done, because, you know, we can always control what we say and do and our own reaction, but we can never control the other person's. Okay, so yeah, that's the message here for the remainder of August for you. That's the energy that's here, right? And these energy will go well into September 4th. But don't worry though, you know, you have a fighting spirit with this Seven of Wands. I see that you're going to pull through it. And when it comes to your spiritual journey, all of this encompasses your spiritual journey. It's asking for you to be more direct in your communication, step out of your comfort zone. I feel like some of you may not like to confront people too much. You're like a peacekeeper. Okay, you like to keep that peace. You don't really like to rock the boat too much. And so yeah, just kind of just allow for some space for the universe to work their magic is the message here also. Okay, what is your sutra? Let's get your sutra from this Osho card that you can reflect on. Oh, these cards are so huge. This card is like so big. It's bigger than my hand. Sometimes it just flies out from my hand just like that. Okay, maybe I should do it like this. It's big. I have small hands. Okay, it just seems like it looks like it wants to come out. Okay. All right, so we have, in all things, be a master of what you do and what you say and think. Be free. This is the photo. Let me read the back for the explanation of that. Man can be divided into 4 parts. The outermost circumference consists of action, what you do. The second layer, a little deeper than your action, consists of your saying, what you say. A little deeper, the third layer consists of your thinking, what you constantly think. And the fourth is not a layer. The fourth is your reality, your being. That is your center. The center of the cyclone, your center, your being, is surrounded by 3 concentric circles: thinking, saying, doing. Are you aware of what you are doing? Are you doing it consciously or just because others are doing it? Are you an imitator just following the crowd like a sheep? Like a sheep. I don't know why that's so hard for me to pronounce. Be a man, don't be a sheep. Sheep, you know, the sheep. You get what I mean. Don't follow the crowd, be individual. Only then can you be a master. Only individuals can be masters. Yes. like I said before, you know, with this whole finance, career sector, okay, perhaps maybe you see others do this and that and you just want to follow and do the same thing as them. No, because you're unique. You have to follow in your own footsteps and be an individual and show up as your unique individual. Or does that make sense? Show up as a unique individual. Yeah. So yeah, it's you have to kind of take the time out for yourself and do a little digging deeper into what it is that you want here. This is the message, okay? And also communication too. You know, also have to be mindful of that communication that you have with others around you and how you interact with others as well. All right, that is the message for this remaining part of August for those of you Aries who have selected pile 2. I hope that this resonates. I hope there is some message in here that you can take and utilize for your circumstance and situation as a guidance, okay? And yeah, I greatly appreciate it if you give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe even, and comment if you want to. I'm always, you know, open to like reading comments. I always look forward to that, but there's no one commenting on the comments. At most 3. But yeah, anyway, if you want to comment and you know, we can just like talk and chat, or just to give me a gist of knowing what I'm doing or saying or reading here, picking up on your energies and resonating, if it resonated with you at all, or maybe I'm just like way off the mark here, you know. It'd be great if you can kind of give me some insight onto that. So yeah, so I hope you have a nice day, and I hopefully will see you next time. Bye. Hello you guys, those of you who have selected pile 3, you have selected this leopard jasper. You are at the right pile. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to move these these 4 piles. This one is going to be about your career and finance for the remaining month of August of 2021. All right, and then this one has to do with your love, this one has to do with health, and this one has to do with spirituality or your spiritual journeys. And then for each of the piles, there's like an oracle deck here, the Moonology, which I will be using as like the overall theme for each column or for each aspect, okay? Yeah, and then there's 3 tarot cards that's going to give us like a storyline of the energies for August. And these three tarot cards is more like the first, not the first week, we already did the first week before, but the 3rd week, 4th, and 5th week of July. Why did I just say July? The 3rd, 4th, and 5th week of August. All right, leading into September 4th as well. So I'm going to move this up here just a little bit to make room, make space for when I pull the cards out for each. Okay, so starting with this, your commitment is being tested, 1st quarter moon. This is regarding the theme for your career and finance for the remaining month of August. So the theme is about being tested and how much commitment you have for this particular project or endeavor or career field that you're in, and how much you're committed to work on it and to get what you want. I feel like you guys are facing some hard times, rough times, you know, in terms of getting I'm pretty sure you heard that scraping noise outside. Someone was working on his motorbike of some kind. Hopefully he doesn't go driving it around, you know, the block, or else we would definitely hear it on here. So yeah, so it's about a time of hard work, okay? a time of showing your commitment towards what it is that you're trying to achieve. So yeah, that's the theme for the remaining energy of August here. And from the looks of this card, I'm hearing also like you're halfway there, because, well, obviously it's quite easy to see, like the moon is halfway, so it's first quarter moon. So yeah, you're halfway there to your goals. Okay, let's see here. You have the Nine of Pentacles, so perhaps some of you may be trying to achieve this Nine of Pentacles. All right, you have money on your mind, perhaps, like you want to work towards your financial stability, not only for you but also for your family. And I see here that you have undergone some transformation. Okay, you have undergone a transformation in your life that had kind of triggered this energy in you, this wanting to, this boss energy actually in you. Because anytime I see a Nine of Pentacles, it's like giving off that boss energy, you know, being self-sufficient, independent, Miss Independent, Mr. Independent, having everything basically that you could ever wanted here with the Nine of Pentacles. Very abundant energy. And I feel like you're working towards that abundance. And when we are working towards an abundance such as the Nine of Pentacles, it's going to be a lot of hard work, okay? A lot of hard work, a lot of challenges, obstacles in our ways to overcome. And there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to be tested on to see how much you want this. And the Ten of Cups. Oh my God. Hold on, let me see. You have the Ten of Pentacles too? Like, what the? Okay, so you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Holy moly. You have a lot of abundance coming towards you here, not only in monetary wealth, but also fulfillment in the home as well, like happy family. Everything is just in harmony here. Oh my goodness. Business, perhaps some of you may be contemplating about doing business, you know, doing your own business, starting your own business. You could have been working in your previous job or current job. I have this sense of feeling that you work a 9 to 5 and you always had like this idea of owning your own business someday, and so you've been working diligently and saving up money so that you can put it and invest it in this business that you're trying to start with this Ten of Pentacles here. Because this, and most definitely, yes, if you're thinking about starting a business or whatever you're doing right now that is just a beginning, okay, perhaps maybe it's just a passion project, okay, or a hobby that you can turn into something that can make you money, or invent things for people to use to better their lives, something along that line. So that is going to bring you this Ten of Pentacles here, okay? And basically it's going to set you for life, okay? And also for your family too. It's going to be a generational wealth kind of deal here. And of course, if it's going to be generational wealth kind of stuff, your commitment will be tested, most definitely. Nothing is handed, especially of this caliber, to anyone. I feel like, hold on. See, so I heard something outside the window. I have the window behind me and the window is up, so I can hear people talking. Okay. So yeah, and especially if the universe is giving you this reward for your tried commitment, you will have to to overcome a lot of things, a lot of challenges with this endeavor here. All right. So yeah, this is all good energy. This is all very promising. Whatever you are doing right now, okay, perhaps if it's not something that you want to get into that is like of your own business, it could be like trying to get or working or continuing your education to be able to climb up the social ladder, okay, the organizational ladder, something like that, like going to continue your education. I feel like a lot of you are very, very experienced, and you have a lot of knowledge and skills under your belt here, like a black belt. I don't know. It's not karate, but you know, in business, they do, if I remember correctly, have something called like a black belt or something. It's supposed to say like to give you ranks of your skills for a specific position or something or other. But yeah, it's something with promotion, continuing your education and garnering new skills in order for you to step up and get a promotion in that field that you're in. And that is going to bring you this 10 of Pentacles as well, for those of you who loves your job already and are working this white collar business, okay? But then I have a feeling that a lot of you have something to do, like you have something in the works, like you want to have your own business someday, okay? Run your own side hustles, or maybe and go into real estate, okay? Like buy up homes and then rent it out, or fix it and flip it, that type of situation here. But that's just an example. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but it's something of a business that you want to start that is going to bring you this 10 of Pentacles. And the message here is that you are going to be tested, okay? Because if you want this 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, girl, these are all good cards right here. Good energy, good cards. There's going to be a lot of work that you need to do as well to get these. And then I also have the feeling that for some of you, you are already like well established. You have a nice home, nice family, strong foundation, but you want to do more, okay? Kind of because you are in that field for quite some time, or perhaps like maybe over 10 years or so, and you want to switch things up, change things, you know, and perhaps maybe there are some changes in your family situations or circumstances where you want more time to be with your family and spend with your family, and therefore you're willing to work hard now in order to set up this strong foundation for yourself, so that you know, in the future it can allow you the time to spend with your family and spend with those who you love, okay? Because I feel like those of you who selected this pile, you're a very hardworking people, and also to the point of fault where your focus, you know, everything that you do is for your family and for your children, of course, but your focus is more on the work, and then you kind of barely have time for anything else, you know, and then at times you kind of feel bad about that. But that's only for some, not everyone, okay? I see here some of you may be single and trying to, okay, like I said, that boss energy with this 9 of Pentacles is about singleness, right? And being independent and self-sufficient, standing on your own 2 feet. So yeah, some of you may be single and you may be just like focused on your coins here. And again, it gives me like a workaholic energy here. So what do you need to release? Okay, so we're on to the love sector, and the theme for the love sector is what do you need to release in terms of your love, with the waning moon here. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. There is a lot of Pentacles energy here. So, all right. So some of you may be releasing, you'll be releasing some responsibilities off your plate, delegating responsibilities, okay? because with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's like letting go of those 2 coins that you were trying to juggle, or responsibilities that you were trying to balance or juggle, okay? So you were doing a juggling act before. And with the Ace of Pentacles, damn. I don't know where that just came from. All of a sudden, I felt like a tiny particle of saliva just shot right down my throat and caused me to cough. But yeah, you guys, so Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so we are in the love sector, and there's already 2 cards that came out with the Pentacles, which are all Pentacle cards here. I feel like you guys don't even have a love life, for those of you who are single here. And for those of you who are in a couple, married, okay, relationship, you have a family established, I feel like a lot, like I said before, like you're a hard worker, okay? You work so hard that you barely have time for your family or for anything else, because a lot of times you have money on your mind. And so when it comes to love relations, it calls for you to this says it all. What do you need to release? Release some of that obsessiveness with making money. All right, I mean, just because you release the obsession of making money, it's not going to set you back. It's going to help you connect with your loved ones more, because I see here with all these cards lined up, with Pentacles, when it's supposed to be about love or whatnot, it's it's kind of worrisome, especially when you have a family. Money is important, financial stability is important, but family relations and relationship in general with the people around you are important as well. But at least with some of this, like with this Two of Pentacles in reverse, for some of you, you may start to delegate some responsibilities, okay? Or perhaps if you're working a 9 to 5, and for example, this doesn't necessarily have to be true for all of you. If you're the kind to bring work home, the Two of Pentacles is saying you no longer are going to be doing that, okay? You're going to have that boundaries between what is at work, leave it at work, and when you come home, focus your attention on your family and your loved ones. And for those of you who are single, I think you have come to the realization at some point or another when you burnt out that, despite the fact, I feel like you guys revel in this type of energy here of work, because you're so enthusiastic about the idea of making all this money and creating this financial stability that is like, it's fun for you. But be careful not to get yourself burnt out, and some of you may have already felt that, which I feel is the reason why this Two of Pentacles is in reverse. And the Ace of Pentacles, so this is something fairly new, whatever it is. For those of you who are seeking out new endeavors or in the beginning stage of creating this business for yourself, it's in the beginning stage with this Ace of Pentacles here. And Spirit wants to say, when it comes to your love relationships, it's quite abundant for those of you who have already an established relationship, partnership, or marriage, your relationship, your family life, again with this Ten of Cups, is abundant, okay? And another one with this Ace of Pentacles in the love sector, I read that as abundance. Abundance can mean different things. It doesn't necessarily, of course, with the Pentacles, it also means wealth, monetary gains, and things like that as well. But like abundance in terms of, you know, you just, everyone, there's no discord, there's no arguments. Everything just seems to be harmonizing quite well. But the thing that you need to be mindful of is your tendency to be a workaholic. We have the Four of Coins. So yeah, just show some gratitude here with the Four of Coins. Okay, you're just, it kind of fits in well with what do you need to release, and I'm just like so focused on the plumes of smoke that's coming out, and also the flames that's coming out from the skulls here. Perhaps what you need to release is, again, like I said, that obsession with money and with making money. Okay, for those of you who are single and trying to make it out there and trying to make this Nine of Pentacles and this happy home and the Ten of Pentacles, all right, don't be so clinging to the idea of making money all the time. Set out time for loved ones and to have a relationship and to go out there. And I just sit and reflect on the things that you have, okay, and be grateful and appreciative for that. Because all the while I'm like looking at this Ace of Pentacles, and it's not like you don't have money or you're struggling to make ends meet. You do. And sometimes, you know, it's funny. It's just funny. I feel like this. I feel the same way, where I have enough, okay, more than others, but it's not to the point where I'm like rich and wealthy, you know, but I have a decent amount of money that I can live off of, you know. I have money saved for the rainy day, but it's like, it's this feeling of lack, of like, I don't have a lot, okay? Even though I do have more than some people out there in the world who's struggling, especially during this pandemic, but it's that feeling because of that obsession of wanting more all the time. So, and that obsession of what can I do to make more money, you know, or what can I do to create a better strategy for myself, to position myself in ways that will generate more income for me from different venues, okay, from different sources. So it's like that type of thinking is good, okay, it's good, but when it's too obsessive, when someone is too obsessive over that and making that their sole focus, and let it overtake their entire aspect of their lives, it then becomes unhealthy and toxic. And so I guess the message here is for you to be grateful for what you have and appreciate the things that you have, the wealth, the money, the abundance. The abundance could be you know, having a home to live in, having food on the table, having clothes on your back, okay, having a car to drive, even though it might not be a car that is like a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW, a 2021 BMW. Do they even have that? I think they do. yeah, sorry, I'm just not well versed with all these luxurious uh, things. But you know, just be happy for the things that you have, and release those old thought patterns, those old toxic habits or thought patterns that you see other people do, because we live in a culture that everyone just likes to flex a lot, and so we see that and we're like, oh, I want it too. If I don't have those things, look at my janky car that I'm riding in. Other people's riding in a Lexus and a BMW, and I'm in this janky car, and then it starts to become like you're comparing yourself to others, like what I have versus the other person have, and you don't know about their life. Perhaps they took out loans from payday or something and was indebted to get that car. Who knows, right? So it's better to just like focus on yourself and also on what you have and be grateful for that, okay? Because I'm seeing a whole lot of abundance coming towards you, whether or not you're in partnered relationship or you're single, okay, in terms of your career here. But that's goes without saying. You have to work hard for it, obviously, with the theme here. Your commitment is being tested. How much do you want this, and how much of hard work you're willing to do to get to this point. But at the same time, you need to learn to balance yourself here. Okay, you can't just be like, oh, I can't just like leave time to rest, have time to rest, and let the world pass me by without doing anything towards my goals. No, you need to release that type of mindset and just find balance. Okay, you can work hard while at the same time give yourself time out to relax here. Okay, so I see for you, you have a lot of pentacles on your mind. All this is pentacles, 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 when it's supposed to be about love. But yeah, have some more time to spend with your family and connect with your family a little bit more. Don't be so absorbed with the whole, you know, materialistic side of life. Even though that's what we want to work towards, and that's, you know, unfortunately, that's something that life, you know, you need to have some form of material possessions and comforts and things like that to live a comfortable life. But be sure to just take a step back. Don't be too obsessive about it. Meditate and contemplate for health. Okay, take time out to meditate and contemplate on the things that you have, on your life in general, and just get a diary. I see a person here with a diary sitting on their bed, just jotting down before bedtime of how their day is, what had gone on in their day, and what they're thankful for, and you know, just showing a little bit of gratitude goes a long way, and it helps to speed up the process of the manifestation as well. And it also to help to like slow you down as well, because it doesn't give you up, because when you realize how abundant you are and how blessed you are where you're at, it helps to ease your mind and relax you, so that you don't always feel like you need to go run and search for this pot of gold all the time, 24/7. Okay, you can rest. The Hierophant. I feel like a lot of this has to do with like mental, you know, as far as all of a sudden I felt, for that pause, I feel like this tightness in my chest, and for that split second or minute that I paused, I felt like a release. As I was speaking here, right, perhaps without knowing, I was holding my breath, and then when I was pausing for that brief moment, I felt like this release of all this tension from my chest here. Before that, it felt tight, like I was holding my breath. And now it's like released. So perhaps some of you guys are holding a lot of tension within yourselves. Okay, a lot of, suppressed emotions or how you feel. You don't really acknowledge how you feel. You're just like on the go, go, go all the time. You don't really take the time out to see, oh, how am I feeling today? Am I tired? Am I happy? Am I, sad? Am I mad? Do I need time out? Do I need rest? No, I mean, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I have to get to that appointment or to that meeting. It's always that type of energy here. And I feel with this Hierophant card, you need to take step on the brakes and give yourself time to just allow for the releasing of those tension, pressure of everyday life to be released from your body. Because I feel that with a Hierophant, some of you may be like the higher up, and you have a lot of responsibilities, and you just want to make sure that everything is going according to plan. And sometimes you kind of have a difficult time just letting loose or letting go of certain control over the projects that you're running or overseeing. And you're a person with a lot of integrity and you go by the book type of person, I feel, with this Hierophant. You go by the book. And for people who goes by the book, I mean, they're great, and they have high integrity levels, while at the same time, as I said, going back to the suppression of the emotions and not releasing the tensions, okay, it can accumulate within your body and manifest in your physical, okay, make you tired, or maybe it'll like increase your blood pressure, or you would develop like a headache that came out of nowhere, okay, or like a strained neck problem, or tense shoulders, which what's the word for it? Which then radiates throughout your whole back. It's a lot of pressure here that you're under, that I'm sensing, and you kind of need that time out to meditate. And yeah, that's what the Spirit is calling for you to do. Other than that, it's like you're good health. You're in good health, but it's just a lot of stress that you're undergoing, and that you need to take that time to relax, take time out. Okay, and the 9 of Wands, yes, you're running yourself ragged, or if you haven't yet, you're about to, or will run yourself ragged with trying to get to these pentacles here. And then 7 of Swords. With this 7 of Swords, I get a scenario for a very select few of you that perhaps you've been betrayed before, stabbed in the back, by someone who you considered a friend or have trusted, or even for those of you who are single now, in the past, your significant other, your ex, have betrayed you or stole something from you, or snuck off, or had done something, and left you. And instead of lying there to, get kicked and stepped on, metaphorically speaking, you kind of like picked yourself up, brush yourself off, and is the reason why you're so focused on getting these coins here. But this experience here in the past is weighing heavily. It's still playing in the back of your mind, in your subconscious here. And then for those of you, this could be a literal, like, someone that is in your circle. Okay, it could be your coworker, it could be your supervisor, it could be your colleague who's pretending to be supportive of you so that they can steal your ideas here. And because this Seven of Swords is showing up in the health sector, this is very specific for a specific situation. Some of you can be working, okay, and then you have a colleague that you work with, and something happened where you had to go to the doctor or something, and you had to be out and you're not at work. So you trust this person to take on your job responsibilities and what have you, and they ended up stealing your ideas, and taking your ideas and running, or taking your work and saying that it's they've done the work or something like that, along that line. And another message just came through as I was looking at this Nine of Wands and this Seven of Swords here. You have to be very careful to not allow for yourself to get into this Nine of Wands energy of feeling defeated or run ragged and drained, to the point where you're not seeing this Seven of Swords person, this wolves in sheep's clothing here, because there's someone around you or amidst you that is trying to steal from you. So in order to prevent this burnout, Spirit is asking for you to sit, take time out, meditate, and contemplate. Okay? All right, moving on to the last pile here of spirituality. Where are you in your spiritual path? It says expect powerful change with the new moon and eclipse, and then we have the Ace of Swords. So there will be a sense of clarity, that a revelation of an epiphany, okay, an epiphany, a revelation that's going to be revealed to you that will give you a sense of clarity into a situation. Now, a lot of times with spirituality is very much tied into our everyday life, okay, in every aspect of our life, whether it's with our finance, our love, or our health here. All right, it's our spirituality is like a new way of seeing, a new way of living, a new way of perceiving, a new way of gaining wisdom in our past mistakes and experiences, so that we can better handle future challenges and obstacles that is repeating its cycle again. Kind of like a test, preparing us, learning that lesson to prepare us to take that test over again, the test that we failed previously. When I look at your commitment is being tested. So expect powerful change when it comes to your spirituality. You are growing at leaps and bounds, okay? You will with these experiences. Okay, you're not the type of person to be living life committing mistakes and not learning from mistakes. You are very much a person who learns from their mistakes, and you like to revisit those experiences and reflect on those experiences and take the lessons from those experiences and keep checking along. And with that, you're going to gain clarity into your situation, into your life, okay, on a deeper scale, on a deeper level. And then we have judgment. So Spirit, the universe sees your hard work, sees everything that's going on, that's happening to you. Okay, the things you do will not go in vain. There will be a powerful change here, so long as you do the work, you know. And remember to take time out. And then the King of Pentacles. So again, this Pentacle energy, you are a very abundant bunch of people here that selected pile 3 here, Aries. All right, it's just for you to take time out and for you to be discerning with this 7 of Swords, discerning of the people that's around you, of your circle, of your colleagues, you know, of your environment in which you work and make money. That's where this 7 of Swords person is. And don't allow for yourself to be in this 9 of Wands, okay? Take time out before you get into this 9 of Wands energy so that you can have clarity into this person who is the 7 of Swords, and you can counteract their moves, okay, and avoid the situation altogether from them stealing from you. That's the message here. That's the energy for the remaining of August of 2021 for you guys. All right. Okay, let's move on to this sutra, to the Osho deck here. What sutra do you have for our pile 3? That's too many. Let me take it. Just one card, please. Just one card. I'll do it this way because my hands are so small. One card, please. One card. One card. These cards like to stick together. Okay, so we have this one. And wisdom is sweet and freedom. So the photos is this. On the back, the explanation says, Buddha says, meditation brings 2 things. Again, the meditate and contemplate. It brings wisdom, it brings freedom. These 2 flowers grow out of meditation. When you become silent, utterly silent, beyond the mind, 2 flowers bloom in you. One is wisdom, and wait, let me start over with that one. When you become silent, utterly silent, beyond the mind, 2 flowers bloom in you. One is of wisdom, you know what is and what is not, and the other is of freedom. You know now there are no longer any limitations on you, either of time or of space. You become liberated. Meditation is the key to liberation, to freedom, to wisdom. All right? So that is the message here for this sutra. I hope that these messages resonate with you at some level, to some extent. All right? And I hope that whatever messages that's in here is of help and to guide you with your situation and circumstances as you navigate through the energies of the remaining August of 2021 and well into September as well. So yeah, with that being said, don't forget to like, thumbs up, subscribe, and I hopefully will see you next time. Bye.